Hello, friends, and welcome back. Let's talk about yet another essay written by Francis Bacon. The title of the essay is Of Studies. Of Studies is one of the most quoted essays of Francis Bacon. It is seen that this essay is often quoted by various people. This essay is a good counsel on the proper use of studies. According to Bacon, studies serve three purposes, namely delight, ornament, and ability. Studies give delight when a person is retired and lonely. They serve the purpose of ornament when a person is either writing or speaking. And they are the abilities when a person takes a judgment or business disposition. According to Bacon, if men are expert, they can execute and judge things, but in case of general counsels, learned men are the best. Bacon says, spending too much time on studies creates laziness. Using studies for excessive ornament is affectation. Making judgment on the basis of studies is only humor. He makes a few points. He says, studies perfect the nature and are perfected by the experience. Natural abilities are like natural plants. Excess things should be removed. Therefore, studies need to be bounded by the experience. In relation to men and studies, Bacon says that simple men admire studies, wise men use studies, and crafty men condemn studies. Bacon suggests that one should read not to contradict and confute, not to believe and take for granted, not to find and talk and discourse, but to weigh and to consider. In relation to the books, Bacon says, some books are to be tasted, some books are to be swallowed, some books are to be chewed and digested. Some books are to be read only in parts. Some books are to be read but not curiously. Some books are to be read wholly and without diligence and attention. And some books are to be read by the deputy and their extract by the others. Bacon further says that reading makes a full man, conference a ready man, and writing an exact man. Therefore, a man should write. He says that if a man writes a little, he needs a great memory. If a man confers a little, he needs present wit. And if a man reads little, he needs to be cunning to pretend to know. Francis Bacon further says that there is no hurdle in the wit if a person makes proper study. As there are remedies to the diseases of the body, there are remedies to the defects of the mind. Every defect of the mind can be cured with the help of proper studies. Therefore, one must select the appropriate book and read. That is what Francis Bacon says in his essay Of Studies. As I told you earlier, Bacon says spending too much time on studies is laziness, using studies for excessive ornament is affectation, making judgment on the basis of studies is humor. He also makes some points like studies perfect the nature and are perfected by the experience. Natural abilities are like natural plants, existing should be removed. Studies need to be bounded by the experience. In relation to studies, he says that simple men admire them, wise men use them, and crafty men condemn them. But he suggests that you shouldn't read to contradict or conflict or to believe and take for granted or to find and talk, but to weigh and consider. He also says that some books are to be tested, some are to be swallowed, some are to be chewed and digested, some are to be read only in part, some are to be read but not curiously, some are to be read wholly with diligence and attention, and some books are to be read by the deputy. These are certain things that Bacon tells. Bacon also tells that a man who writes a little needs great memory, a man who confers a little needs present wit, and a man who reads little needs to be cunning to pretend to know, though he doesn't know it. This is what Bacon tries to tell in his essay. I hope you have understood it. If you have understood it, please hit the like button and share this video with your friends. Thank you very much for watching.